Hello, everyone. I am reaching out to you about a topic today, another legal topic dealing with oral contracts. Contracts when they have not been written down and memorialized in writing between the parties. And how do I prove it? This person told me to fix his house. I fixed his house. You didn't do a contract. He's not paying me. Or this person told me, hey, let me borrow $10,000. I'll pay you back $11,000 in 2 months. And I give him that, and then subsequently, he stiffs me. Can I get my money back? Oftentimes people say no. But in most jurisdictions, most states, you can if you can prove that there was an oral contract that was enforceable. There's also a backwards way of doing it. It's called restitution, saying there wasn't a contract per se. How restitutional laws allow you to be refunded whatever money you gave them, even if there was not a contract. Essentially rescinding, canceling the agreement because it wasn't technically a contract, and I just get my money back. So a lot of my clients come across my office, talk to me about this issue. They don't think they're going to get any money because they're getting stiff. We have nothing written down. We're done. It's not as simple as that. A lot of defendants who do this type of stuff, who lead to stiffing people, they oftentimes think that they're in the clear. There's nothing written down. I got nothing to worry about. So I can prove. It comes down to what you can prove. A written memorialized contract is a very easy way to prove that there was a contract. Doesn't mean that's the only way you can prove it. Example, I had a client. She wrote a check to this business. They cashed it. They stiffed it. Why else would somebody write a check to a business or even an individual for like $10,000? Oftentimes there has to be a reason, right? Which is a performance that was going to be done by the other party that was receiving that money. Let's say I wrote a check for $10,000 for you to fix my roof. We don't have a written contract. I gave you $10,000. You deposit in your business account, and then you were gone. I can get it in front of a judge, and a judge. Sure, we don't have a written contract. There was an oral agreement between the parties, which we don't have. We have a person saying, and this person obviously is going to probably deny. However, there's this check that was written. Why would somebody write a check to this person for no reason? There has to be some reasons behind it, right? And at the very least, restitution. Just give back the check. There was no contract, sure. There's restitution, which means, if the parties don't believe they have a contract, but there's still proof that I unjustly enriched, these are terms, legal terms of art, unjustly enriched this person needs to repay me for the enrichment that I have given to them. All legal terms, it sounds kind of unique and not common, but they're all terms that we'd be using in court. Those things are ways to prove a oral contract. Also, you can also argue a contract by performance. Like, hey, I performed, I gave you this check, and you didn't deny it. You didn't deny this check. You put it in your account and you cashed it. And then, subsequently, you go and don't do anything. So I perform the specific performance in the case, which my situation is to give you money. And your situation is to fix my roof. Straight, clear, and that's he should have denied me and said, hey, we don't have a contract. I'm not taking your money. I'm not fixing your roof. So those are arguments to try to enforce an oral contract or even just get money back from an oral contract. Situations may arise when there's cash, and it makes it even harder. So with that, you gotta look at text, communications or some phone calls and various things like that. But it's definitely harder. I've won cases based on cash. It's hard. It's real hard. But we were fortunate enough to have some kind of recordings and various things that were able to kind of like explain away what the agreement was, to the point where the judge was like, you know what, I believe you, and ruling in our favor. So those are things to consider definitely when you're trying to see if you can enforce an oral contract. It's very possible. It's more possible than most people think, and also the people who are, swindling these individuals also think, oh, there's nothing written down, so I'm in the free. It's not as simple as that, and of course, no. However, there are situations where it prevents you, you're barred. It's an affirmative defense. It's called statute of frauds. So there are limits of what you can argue as oral contract. So over case law, over U.S. law, any contracts, oral, or has to be, any oral contracts that deals with real estate is null and void. Any sale or purchase of land has to be in writing. That's just the law. Any contracts that also cannot be performed over a whole year, over 365 days, it will take longer than that, also are going to have to be in writing. It cannot be an oral contract. If it's an oral contract, it doesn't matter. It isn't even going to apply. It's null and void as at initio, which means in Latin, at the start. So those are preventative things from oral contracts. However, these other, let's say, construction or others various contracts, they are possibly enforceable if you have enough evidence. Check text messages, your actual performance of whatever it is. Let's say you're the other way. You're building a person's house and you're like, hey, pay me afterwards, and you start buying shingles and you start putting shingles on people's roofs. You started it and they didn't pay you, and then now you're stiffed out of it, and you would want to sue them for it, and you don't have a contract. But however, you have proof of your performance of this contract, and the courts aren't stupid. They're not going to be like, why would you be putting a roof on somebody's house for free? You're in the business as a roofer. So those things usually are enough for judges to rule in your favor. However, depends on what the other side is going to argue and say as well. But it's not as simple as nothing written, no contract. No, it has to be, all right, sure, there's nothing written. There must have been something said because of all these things happening afterwards. So that's what it's usually considered. So, hello YouTube, I hope you enjoyed this content that we provide today. And if so, please slam the like button below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you get notification of future content. And also, don't forget to leave a comment or suggestion below in regards to this video or any other videos that you think you would like us to do. And we will be back with future videos. Thank you very much.